Okay, friends, welcome to the online classes conducted by our Vijayanagara Education Department. Let me introduce myself. I am S.V.S. Murthy, working as a school assistant at JPHS School, Jami.
Good morning, students. Welcome to Vijayanagara Online School. This is Srinivas, teacher of English, Jala Prasad High School, Jami, Vijayanagaram. Dear students, last week we two friends, Satish and myself, went to a forest. Unexpectedly, we mistracked and separated from each other. In search of him, I saw a beautiful pond in the forest. I saw a duck was swimming in the pond, but it is not active. The duck was inactive. I asked her reason. She said that she was waiting for his friend, kangaroo. I asked the duck identity of my friend Satish. It said, "So sorry, I don't know."
Stop. We could meet again at the pond. And also I came to know that the kangaroo, who is friend of duck, coming to the same pond. We two friends could meet and their two friends could meet. Their children, can you imagine what would happen? What would they talk to each other? Can you guess? You see, the title of the poem is The Duck and the Kangaroo. It is a poem of 5 stanzas. It was written by Edward Lear. He was British essayist, poet, dramatist, and travel writer. Okay, friends, let's enjoy the video.
Said the duck to the kangaroo, "Good gracious, how you haul over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you," said the duck to the kangaroo. "Please give me a ride on your back," said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit but still and say nothing but wag the whole of the long day through. And we would go to the D and the Jelly Bowly. Oh, what the land and oh, what the sea. Please take me a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Said the kangaroo to the duck, "This requires some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection, which is if you let me speak so bold. Your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatic," said the kangaroo. Said the duck as I sat on the rocks, "I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my web feet neatly. And to keep out the cold, I have bought a cloak, and every day a cigar I'll smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo." Said said the kangaroo. I'm ready, all in the moonlight pale. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy, oh, as the duck and the kangaroo, as the duck and the kangaroo, as the duck and the kangaroo.
Dear students, I think you enjoyed a lot to see the video. Okay friends, the poem will be shown to you in conversation mode with animation. Let's watch the conversation between the duck and the kangaroo.
Hi kangaroo, how are you?
I'm well. What about you?
I'm not so happy. I'm surprised at you of hopping over the fields and water. I wish to hop like you.
Okay, great. I think you might not worry about your location. You always float on the crystal clear water.
Alas, you think like that, but I can't see wonderful locations. I'm feeling bored here. It is a nesting place to me. I want you to carry me around the world.
Oh, yes. I'm willing to take you, but it objected to the wet cold feet of you. It would make me ill.
Don't worry. I thought over by sitting on the rock that completely. I would like to wear a pair of socks for my web feet. I wear coat and smoke a cigar to keep out of cold. I want to tour places. Please take me to ride.
Well, now I am ready to take you to ride in the moonlight pail. But you have to balance me well. Dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail.
Whatever conditions you put to me, I can follow, and we would go to the D and the Jelly Bolly.
Oh yes, it's wonderful. Let's start now. We can hop the whole world 3 times around.
Okay, friends, already you watched the recitation of the song and you watched the conversation between the duck and the kangaroo. Now, let us start the discussion as stanza wise. Already I told you it is a poem of 5 stanzas. Let's start the first stanza. The duck and the kangaroo. Said the duck to the kangaroo. It is the first line. Good gracious, have you have. This is the second line. What the fields and water too. Third line. As if you never would stop. This is the fourth line. You see, my life is born in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could half like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Dear friends, you see here, it is a stanza of 8 lines, but if you observe the first quatrain, first 4 lines are written in one manner, the last 4 lines quatrain is written in one manner. The first 4 lines, if you observe, kangaroo, water too. Here kangaroo, water too. These two are rhymed words. The end of the second line, hop. The end of the fourth line, stop. These are the rhyming words. So, we can say AB, AB. This is the rhyme scheme of first stanza. Okay? And if you see the last 4 lines, the last quatrain, pond, beyond. These are the rhyming words. You, kangaroo. These are the 2 lines. Here, the rhyme scheme is AABB. That's why the poet wrote a stanza with 2 different rhyme schemes. We can see the language work of the, here you see the glossary, long, want or wish very much, hop, move by jumping, good gracious, expressing surprise, nasty, unpleasant, okay, not happy, long, have a strong desire. Already we discussed the rhyming words. Okay? Characters. That means who are the persons involved in the stanza. Dear friends, you see the main action takes place at the pond. So the setting or physical location of the poem is the pond and green bank of its. Okay, you see the characters. Here we can see the duck, the kangaroo, and other creatures like fish and frog. But the main characters are the duck and the kangaroo. Each stanza has its own theme. Here we can observe 2 actions. One is feeling bore and pain. The second one is desire to go around the world. These are the actions we can see in the stanza 1. Okay, what is the theme of the stanza 1? Here, ducks wish to hop and go around the world. This is the theme of the poem. What is the central idea? What is the gist of the poem? The duck says that it is bored, its life in the pond. It wants the kangaroo to carry and round with the world. So, in the first poem, we can observe the duck wants to hop with the kangaroo and to see the new places. That is the main component in the stanza 1. Let's read the second stanza. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through. And we would go to the D and Jelly Boli, over the land and over the sea. Please take me a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Here is also, it is a stanza of 8 lines, same rhyme scheme. That means the first quatrain, the first 4 lines is alternate rhyme scheme, A, B, A, B. The last quatrain, the last 4 lines rhyme scheme is A, B, B. Okay? Okay, now let's see the glossary of the stanza 2. Ride, it is a short journey. The D and the Jelly Boli, actually it is an imaginary place in the poem, imagined by the poet. It's a wonderful place. How many persons involved in the stanza 2? Yes, the main characters are the kangaroo and the duck. Okay? Yes, what are the main actions can you observe in the stanza 2? The duck requests the kangaroo to take him to the wonderful places around the world. That is the action we can find. What is the physical location? Total physical location is the pond and its green bank. Okay. What is the theme of the second stanza? Yes, here we can observe the duck requests him to take for a ride. Here rhyming words: back, quack, roo, through, pond, beyond, roo, kangaroo, through. What is the summary? What is the gist of the second stanza? Here the duck requests the kangaroo to take him to the wonderful places. Okay, that is the main theme. Let's watch the third stanza. Said the kangaroo to the duck. This requires some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole, it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the roo. Marty, said the kangaroo. This is the second poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo. Now you can see the glossary. Here require, that means want, reflection, thinking or consideration. Okay. Rheumatism, it's a joint or knee pains. Joint or knee pains, rheumatism. Bold, here not brave, frank. We can say frankly. Rhyming word same. The first 4 lines have alternative rhyme scheme. The next 4 lines are continuity rhyme scheme. So here the rhyming words are duck, luck, reflection, objection. Who are the persons involved in the stanza 3? The duck and the kangaroo. Theme of the third stanza is conditional accept. Here, frankly, the kangaroo says the conditions because her cold web feet makes him ill. That is the main cause. Okay, what is the gist of the poem is, the kangaroo says that it is willing to take the duck to the newer places, but it objects that her wet cold feet makes her ill. Okay, that is the stanza of 3.
Okay, students, let's move on to the fourth stanza, The Duck and the Kangaroo. Said the duck as I sat on the rocks, I have thought out that completely, and I bought 4 pair of woolen socks which fit my web feet neatly, and to keep out the cold I have bought a cloak, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo, said the duck as I sat on the rocks. I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fit my left feet neatly, and to keep out the cold I have bought a clock, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Glossary: worsted socks means woolen socks. Clock means coat. Web feet means feet of the duck that have toes connected by membrane. Cigarette. Rhyming words are rocks, socks. Completely, neatly. Bold, cold. Roo, kangaroo. Characters: the duck and the kangaroo. The theme is the 4th stanza. Assurance of comfort from the duck side. Action: wearing socks and smoking cigar. Gist of the stanza 4. The duck has solution to the problem. It gets socks, cigar and a coat to save from cold. Let's start 5th stanza. Said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight fail. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady, and quite at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who's so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo. Once again, said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight fail, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady, and quite at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times bound. And who so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo. The duck and the kangaroo. Contextual meanings of 5th stanza. Glossary: fail, low or dull or dim. Okay. Steady, without moving. White, very. Pale, white, dim.
Dim white.
Pale means dim white. Hop and bound, happy without limits. Rhyming words are ready, steady. Pale, tail. Bound, round. Who, roo. Characters: the duck and the kangaroo. Actions: sitting on the kangaroo at the end of the tail. Theme: fulfillment of desire. Gist of the stanza 5th. The kangaroo asked the duck to sit on the end of his tail. The kangaroo hops around the world thrice with the duck sitting on his tail. Both are very happy, because mainly the duck is happy, its desire is fulfilled. The kangaroo is also happy as it could help his friend.
Let's see the features of the poem and what is the critical appreciation of the poem. Now you see, subtext of the poem. The poem is written by Edward Lear. It is a thoughtful and humorous poem. Here we have 5 stanzas. Each stanza has its own. If you observe the first stanza, the theme of the first stanza is duck wishes to go around the world, and the theme of the second stanza is requesting the duck to the kangaroo to take him for a ride. If you see the third stanza, the conditional acceptance of the kangaroo can be observed. Next, if you see the fourth stanza, the assurance of comfort from the duck's side. The last stanza, fulfillment of desire of the duck. Okay, now we go for the critical appreciation. Here you see the poem The Duck and the Kangaroo is a beautiful poem with a touch of the light humor. But generally it has good message too. Desire to see new places is a natural way to the better oneself. Seeking others' help promotes to cooperative living. Forcing problems and providing solutions is a good lesson.
Students, we can discuss reading comprehension. Okay? Students, in the reading comprehension, first one is, what was the wish of the duck? What was the wish of the duck? Let's think on. The wish of the duck was it wanted to hop around the world with the kangaroo. The wish of the duck was it wanted to hop around the world with the kangaroo. The second one, why was the duck bored? Why was the duck bored? Okay. It lived long time in the same nasty pond. Why was the duck bored? It lived long time in the same nasty pond. Third one, where did the duck and the kangaroo want to go? Think and write. Where did the duck and the kangaroo want to go? They wanted to tour around the world. They wanted to tour around the world. Okay. Next, reading comprehension. What was the objection of the kangaroo? What was the objection? What was the reflection of the kangaroo? The wet and cold feet made the kangaroo ill. The wet and cold feet made the kangaroo ill. Second one, why did the duck bring socks? Why did the duck bring socks? Okay, let's think. The answer is, the duck brought the socks to save them from cold. The duck brought the socks to save them from cold. Okay. Next question. Where did the duck sit on the kangaroo? Where did the duck sit on the kangaroo? The duck sat on the kangaroo at the end of its tail. The duck sat on the kangaroo at the end of its tail. Okay, students, you can practice some more questions in the Google form. Okay, see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.